We're in business.
From Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft. Once again, joined by a man who has no pants or undies on and is currently threatening a terrified homeless man with his boner. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey guys, thanks for having me and Allie.
And beaming to us from inside the house, the bearded, booger-eating boogeyman known as Shuddyboy. Shuddy, you're muted.
You're right. I am. The dogs were being a little rowdy, and I was trying to keep the barking from not coming through the audio.
Sorry, the ferret was barking at the dog, who was barking at the mailman, who was barking at He-Man.
Were you guys rocking your sunglasses last week, and now I'm the only one doing it this week? Or was that a couple
I don't
weeks
remember.
ago?
They all blur together.
This has been the one long podcast.
Yeah, for the last 10 and a half years. All just been one streak.
Well, fair enough. We've had our fair share of technical difficulties over the past 10 years, I'll tell you that.
We certainly have, Jeff Clark. Yeah. And
Awesome transition, Jeff.
This past week was no different. Because
You made it sound like you got roasted on YouTube comments when not a single one of the comments about the static mentioned you by name, Jeff. Not a single one blamed it on you.
Were we recording when I said that?
It was the Easter egg.
All right, I redact that. If we weren't recording, I would have said you were lying.
I'm
right,
sure as
well,
many
hey.
people heard, our last episode had this weird hissing, popping thing that would start low, build to a crescendo, pop, and then go back to normal. And then the process would just fucking repeat again. It's an issue that's happened in the past, but hasn't happened in quite a while, at least as far as I've heard. But I'm not quite sure what causes it. I'm not sure why it was so prevalent in the last episode, but that was a huge bummer. And especially because, man, we were in the middle of a conversation talking about how horrible the audio is straight from the Zoom video, and I ripped that out and replaced it with our pristine podcast audio that was currently in the process of hissing and popping. And yeah, I didn't hear it while it was going on. Obviously, I would have stopped the recording and tried fucking with things.
The we. It was you who was talking about that. You who stuck your foot in your mouth. I did not.
Yeah,
I just sat here and listened to it.
The universe never misses an opportunity to make me look like a fucking ass clown. But I'll tell you what, there is no way I will ever win the lottery. Never. In a million years. Not going to happen. Mark my words.
Well,
I stake my reputation on it.
Did you win the lottery when Rent chose to be your girlfriend?
That's very romantic and quite true, Shuddyboy. So yeah, I guess I did. She overlooked all my flaws and accepted me as the pasty, man-boobed nerd that I am.
We were...
You can make an argument that every girlfriend you've had is like you winning the lottery.
Yeah, Sharon is definitely like that for me. I went toy hunting yesterday. The story's not relevant other than my mother-in-law came over and she said yesterday when she found out I went toy hunting.
She called you a pussy?
No, that she said that, well, if one comes in, one should go out.
Ooh.
And Sharon said, oh no, we've thrown that rule out the window a long time ago.
So wait, what's your takeaway from that? That your
That
mother-in-law's
Sharon
an ice
doesn't.
queen?
No, no, not at all. I mean, she brought over bomb-ass chicken parm yesterday, so she can say whatever she wants about my toy collecting.
She's got a lot of leeway in the Dollar household.
Yep. She's built up a lot of goodwill with the delicious food.
Hey, you can take one of these action figures. You keep bringing over that chicken parm, you know?
Yeah.
Which one do you want? I got 2 battle cats. You want one?
You want a blind?
I actually do have 2
He's got his own
battle
walking
cats.
cane.
How about, can I interest you in a stinkor?
I do have doubles of him too.
By the way, Shuddy,
Assets, trading pieces.
I did finish Masters of the Universe Revelations.
And
I liked it.
yeah, it's good.
It was enjoyable. It ended strong. I feel like I enjoyed that cliffhanger, so it's got me for when more episodes come out. I'm going to check those out.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
So I'm hoping, and I'm crossing my fingers right now, that this audio is as clear as it sounds in my headphones right now. I hope there's nothing. I did do.
We're fucked. We're fucked. Good job, buddy. Good job.
I know. I mean, I did a bunch of troubleshooting. I let the recorder just go for like a half hour, and I tried different combinations. I thought maybe it was because I had the air conditioner on because it's so goddamn hot in the valley. So I turned the air conditioner off. I left the air conditioner and my air purifier off, let it run for a while, then one by one turned them on and let it record and keep going for a while. And I listened back, and there was nothing. There was no interference. There was no hissing. There was none of that bullshit. So I have no idea what changed it. Just to be safe, I have the fucking AC and all that stuff off right now, just in case that was part of it. But I apologize. That sucks. I hate when that happens. It really bums me out. And we're trying our best to make sure that shit doesn't happen.
And by we're trying our best, he means that he's doing everything he can. Jeff and I are not. Jeff and I have not helped with troubleshooting at all. This is all Kevin.
Yes, I'm pretty much all useless here.
Yep.
I hit another tech hiccup in the past 7 days as
Kevin
well.
deserves all of the credit, but none of the blame. Everybody.
I think
He's
you should be
doing his
positive.
best. Yep.
Well,
I think
no.
you should be positive, Kevin. You've only had 2 tech hiccups in the past week.
I would say Jeff doesn't deserve any of the blame because while it is funny to blame all the interference because sometimes it is Jeff's mic that pops and shit, that time that audio was not coming from him.
Oh, he can still take the blame.
Yeah, it is
I
funny.
have thick skin.
That's That's Jeff's role.
That's what I'm here for.
He's the heel.
Damn right. Don't you forget it, Puminati.
So
bad guy.
just a heads up, next week the podcast will be delayed a little bit because I'm taking some time off to go to Hawaii. So make your bets on how that's going to go bad for me. But I wanted to load my iPad up with some movies for the flight. And
what variant are we on? That's whatever you're going to get. That's how it's going to go.
I'm going to get Delta.
What variant? You're going to get the Lambda. Isn't that the new one? The new shit?
Lambda.
I don't know. I got to look up the Greek alphabet.
I don't know. We'll see.
Salon
but sure.
is after Delta.
Whatever. I don't know.
You know,
Greek.
E.
Oh, yeah. Epsilon.
Isn't it going to be Foxtrot?
What are the movies you got queued up for your...
Well, nothing yet. But I'm
your
definitely... And it's a real bummer to do this, but it's the only way I'll be able to do 2 things: successfully avoid spoilers and be able to review it on next week's MSPH. But I'm going to have to watch Suicide Squad on my iPad, which is not ideal. I'd much rather see that in a theater on an IMAX screen, and I probably will because I hear it's fucking awesome. It's getting really good early reviews. People are comparing it to the first Guardians. So I'm stoked to check it out. So odds are I'll watch it on the damn iPad in Hawaii and then also go see it in the theater when I get back. But I noticed I was having some issues getting HBO Max on the iPad. And I noticed it's because the OS on the iPad hadn't been updated in like a million years. So I updated the iPad software. And once that finished, I accidentally clicked the icon to open up the soundboard that I play the theme song and all of our drops and voicemails from, and it immediately crashed, and an error message popped up saying, "Please contact the app developer. This app cannot run on the current OS software." So, for years, I've been using a dead app. that no longer exists. It was just straight up called Soundboard. So, of course, when you Google that, a million things show up, and none of them are for the actual app. I couldn't find any sort of customer service, anything. It completely locked me the fuck out. So I was like, oh shit, I have to fix this within 6 days. I go online, I go on my laptop, and I'm looking through the MSPH folder, and I'm trying to find all of our old sound effects and drops and buttons and stuff. Nowhere to be found. And then I realized I had been storing them all on my Carbonite account, on my cloud backup. And when I got fired by SiriusXM and had to trim monthly costs, Carbonite was one of the things to go, and I could have sworn I downloaded a backup of it. Could not find that. Went through my external hard drives. Nowhere. Now I'm pissing myself. So I start digging through my book bag, and I found a handful of these beat-to-shit, discolored, ancient thumb drives. And started going through all of them and managed to find our entire library.
Now, with this new soundboard... Okay, so now this leads me to a couple of questions. Is the death of the previous soundboard app the reason you weren't able to add new buttons?
It might be, but I don't know why the app dying, because I could still play buttons, so I don't know why part of an app wouldn't function anymore just because the developers didn't update it.
Wait,
okay.
That's exactly why the app wouldn't work anymore, right? The part of the app is because the developers didn't update it.
Well, it was the thing that functioned, you know?
Gotcha.
Like, that would be like if half of the buttons just stopped doing something when I touched them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you were trying... How were you loading them? Trying to load them from your laptop, or were you
laptop
sending them to to the iCloud?
So you plug the iPad into the laptop through USB. You can access it through iTunes, and then there's a file sharing section of like all the apps. Right,
but maybe your version of iTunes on the laptop was too new to transfer over to the old app.
Maybe.
Does that make sense?
That's true.
But anyway, so you were able to add all of our old buttons onto the new app.
Yes, and I'd also been stockpiling some buttons that I wasn't previously able to load. Actually, no, that's not true, because remember one time, and this was fairly recently, I did plug the
and you got it to load a couple,
and I got a couple loaded. Yeah. So I don't know what the fucking problem is.
Now we can do buttons all the time.
Yeah. So I found some really, really old stuff that hasn't been loaded since the very first software, like these goofy porn drops.
Oh, yeah, fuck my pussy, I like it.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that one in forever.
Yes, fuck my pussy, I like it.
These Mike Tyson drops.
Of romance.
Yeah, take this. Oh, right up your ass.
I think
up yours, dude.
Do you have you made a backup of the drops that you currently have in case this were to happen with this app as well?
Yeah.
You have it labeled and stuff?
Well, not necessarily labeled, but it's on the laptop, it's on thumb drives, and it's on a hard drive.
All right. Good stuff.
The only problem with this one is, so I can make new pages and stuff, but I can't rearrange the buttons. So when I synced the folder of all of the drops and stuff, it just loaded everything, over 200 buttons on one page. So I could create new pages and throw them onto that page and transfer them, but I can't rearrange the pages once the buttons are there, which is kind of annoying. So I have to like dig around for the show theme, which usually was just in the top left corner, easy to find.
Why wouldn't you just make a page that says show theme and just put it on there by itself?
Because I don't want to have too many things to shuffle through. And you can't, once it creates a tab, they go in order. So I can't even rearrange the tabs to prioritize one over the other. But I got the Shuddy page, I got the Jeff page. I was able to load some new drops.
Oh, no.
Blood Diamond.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Blood Diamond.
Shuddyboy just dying halfway through saying Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond. To Boho Sotetsi.
Oh, Italian from Shuddy.
Oh wait, no, that is not. Yeah, there's like show clips on here. This one's just called Shuddy Piss Drink.
Oh, no.
But don't worry, the classics are still here.
Dude, I love Big Mama's house. If one of them could have been lost. If one of
It's
them
like
could
I'm
have been...
choking on a big black cock.
Oh, wow. Which one would you prefer to have out there? Big Mama's house or the big black cock?
Big Mama's house, I think.
It's like I'm choking on a big black cock.
Is that that has to be from the Oreo punishment, right?
Yeah.
Big black cock.
Have you seen
Jesus.
Have you seen this fan
no.
account? Have you seen this fan account of our podcast, No Context MSPH, where someone just tweets out like quotes from our podcast?
No.
Yes,
I haven't.
I did.
Pretty sweet.
That's
Check
terrifying.
it out, Kevin.
It's mostly
Nuh-uh.
Jeff's. There's a few of me, but it was mostly Jeff the last time.
Okay,
I
here's
checked it.
one from 23 hours ago, and I think I'm gonna like it now. It's, can we funnel the syrup into my ass? That was Kevin, right? I don't think that was me.
That doesn't sound like something I would say.
It doesn't sound like something I would say.
What's
either.
that Twitter? I don't remember if I followed it.
No context MSPH. It's at MSPH quotes.
Do they
Yeah, I'm
have
following them.
stuff like this, Jeff?
What's the suck Dylan? Say it again. Or
What's the suck Dylan? What's the suck Dylan? What's the suck Dylan?
It might after we publish this podcast, but I don't
Cheetos,
think so.
Crunchos,
How about
Cheetos,
this one?
Crunchos.
So 9
Scooter
minutes ago, Kevin doesn't have any squeezable parts, at least not for dudes in costumes.
Yeah, that feels like it could be me.
7
Actually-
hours ago, dude, this stuff is so good. While I'm eating it, I want someone to gape my asshole and just dump pints in it. I want to be spit roasted by the ice cream.
That's Kevin. That has to be Kevin talking about Jenny's or something. That's like a Kevin Kraft female compliment. Or, excuse me, a Kevin Kraft compliment. All K's, of course.
Scudagera, Cleopatra.
July 22nd. This has been around longer than I've even recognized. But June 22nd, we got I got into a little altercation with a Karen at a Whataburger, and
That's definitely me. Yep.
Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah,
Do they have this one yet?
I'm not puppity plopping, Jim flooping anything. No, the first one was out of respect of M&Ms. I'll suck one dick.
How about this one?
Dude, I'm telling you, I always have hard nipples.
Mostly penises. It was probably 95% penises peeing on other penises.
That sounds like me.
Yeah, it feels like Kevin.
Reese
Quote.
PC, because I love Reese's Pieces.
I usually do have hard nipples, though.
I think this one's from a crafter, Jeff, but maybe the Twitter account will pick up on this one.
I'm interested in hot dogs of different nations.
No, that might have been from the 626 night market, no?
Yeah. it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
We got the Weza dog, the Colombian hot dog.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm interested in hot dogs of different nations. You have a great eye for this homo shit.
Actually, that one was a suggestion from Tim. He was like, dude, you have to get a button of this.
Cheese and ham sandwich.
He's even got a better eye than you.
Cheese and ham sandwich.
I am interested in hot dogs of other nations. Both of my drops I'll stand behind.
Reese PC.
There are some
was
other
there
ones
another
like Shuddy's feeling about Big Mama's house. There's some other Jeff Clark drops that I wouldn't mind seeing lost in technical difficulty abyss. But we got
Cheetos,
past it.
Crunchos.
Reese Pieces.
Is that just me saying it wrong? It's
Yes.
Reese's PC. Which one? You know what? I don't want to talk.
Which
about
one
the
do you
same
think you're saying wrong?
Reese. I think there's a good chance I'm saying both wrong. Actually, I have no confidence in my pronunciation skills. So Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
I got that one right.
You
But
got
I usually say Reese's Pieces, and that's both wrong. I think. Right?
Yes, both of those are wrong.
Reese PC.
Play the drop again. Am I saying them both wrong?
Reese PC.
you left off the S, both S's. Reese PC.
Because I
Which
love
is an
Reese's
even more
Pieces.
incorrect pronunciation, actually.
Yeah, this
when
one
you
you
get down to it.
this one you really hit it. Because I love Reese's Pieces.
Oh, yeah. Just back to back wrong. Just terrible.
I handle the dick. You guys handle the cameras. Oh man,
I don't know what the context is behind that, but
there's like a
sounds
different
like a good joke.
There's a different cadence in your voice when you're talking about food.
Cheetos, Crunchos, cheese and ham sandwich.
Yeah, the importance of my points gets raised a little bit.
The enunciation is much more crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's delicious.
I'm more on point when it comes to
delicious.
food commentary, that's for sure. I'm
I just
kind of a professional
do
at it,
enough licking to get the job done.
which is crazy.
So yeah,
Dude.
the iPad is back. The buttons are back. Looks like we'll be able to load new buttons as they come in. So I don't know, blessing in disguise. All I had to do was pay out the ass for a fucking app.
The only thing I've eaten in weeks.
I started playing the Celebrity Fart of the Week intro. I do miss
Was
that.
Yeah, that sounded like a fucking it sounded like some sort of techno mashup of our sound bites.
Uh-oh, fart.
Oh, somebody stuffing a duck?
Did you fucking fart? Sorry. I farted.
I farted.
No, I farted.
I farted.
I farted.
It's now time
Oh, could you just jack off of me and then fart in my face?
for the Celebrity Fart of the Week.
I'm farting now.
Like, how we've never won any podcast awards just blows my mind.
They're really sleeping on us.
That's all right, man. Van Gogh died penniless. And now look at him. All we have to do is just die.
Yeah, now his estate's worth mad money if they just sold one of his paintings.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has any ancestors. We're at the 23andMe that one. Or wait, is that the ancestor one?
Yeah.
23andMe. Transitioning out of this, I was so fucking mad that MasterChef wasn't on this past week. I was so
I
mad.
had a straight up panic attack when you guys messaged, "What time do you want to record?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I went out with Boogners last night and got wasted and forgot to watch MasterChef." And then you're like, "No, we're doing Supermarket Queefs." And I was much calmer. Yeah, it was weird that it wasn't on.
Yeah. And I think they're taking this week off, too.
Spongy things.
Yeah, they are.
Whoops.
They don't want to
Which is
compete with the
actually-
Olympics.
Yeah, which is bullshit. I got to be honest. So I am appreciative of this week, particularly being off because my mom is in town and just having a little extra time, not having to plan around my stuff and hanging out with her is nice. She wants to go to Venice Beach one of these weekdays. And
Isn't
we
that
picked
such a bummer?
Thursday.
when somebody comes visiting and they want to do things that everybody that lives in Los Angeles knows is just a disaster.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it is a bummer.
Yeah,
'Cause
why don't
she's
we
like-
go to the Chinese theater and go walk and look at the celebrity stars in the sidewalk, and then let's go to Venice Beach. Oh,
Let's buy a map to the stars and drive around Hollywood Hills.
yeah. Don't you
I
hate it
mean-
when people suggest that?
It's all.
Hey, that was
well,
fucking fun. Don't you even try to knock that it was.
That was fun.
And how many visits? Like what time or how many times had you visited before doing that?
That was my very first trip to LA.
See,
like
that's allowable.
I knocked out. Kevin was a real trooper. We knocked out a lot of touristy shit on that first trip out to LA, and then my next couple of trips, it was just going out there, getting stoned, and maybe doing one or two touristy things, but just living life.
So that's cool, Kevin. You know how Kevin is, just building up the drama.
It's not like when he lived in Weehawken, and I would go up like every other weekend and be like, all right, let's go out in Manhattan.
You know how like Kevin likes to exaggerate and complain about things that maybe isn't very necessary and it's not fair. Case
So
in
I
point would
believe you're
be-
saying he's a bit of a diva. Is that?
I'm the
am I
MSPH
picking that
resident
up right?
cocksucker.
And if I could think of the most recent example, it would be actually when we started recording this podcast, when Kevin messaged us a few minutes before noon, was like, hey, actually, I think he messaged us like 20 minutes before noon. He's like, hey, I'm getting in the shower right now. I'll be a couple minutes late, and then we'll get going. Sounds good. And then he showed up 25 minutes late. Like this motherfucker was in the 405. And
I had to poop.
you just got to be cool about it because he's a star. He's a star. He's guys on fucking Ellis. He's gonna be at future comedy events. He's killing it. So whatever. Fuck us. Do you want to
Boy the
address anything I
cocksucker.
just said?
Dookie boy the cocksucker.
Oh, you're gonna use my own words against me. Oh, wow.
I'm the MSPH resident cocksucker. Dookie boy the cocksucker.
No, but you did make a good point. My mom was like, "Hey, I want to go to Venice. How do you feel about going to Venice? That's a good idea, right?" It's like,
I made Arts
Yes,
take me to
that's a
Venice when he
wonderful
picked me up at the
idea.
airport. I was like, let's go to Venice Beach. That's someplace Kevin won't go with me.
oh wow, and he was down, right?
Yeah, why don't
he
we
was down.
Why don't we also go to Skid Row? I hear that's nice. They named a band after it.
So, when's the last time you've been to Venice? Venice isn't too far away from Culver. You could have been there somewhat recently.
Actually, yeah. Right and I went there. Was it Venice? It was Venice adjacent, and we got
Culver kind of is.
breakfast, and the place we got breakfast was only 2 blocks from the beach, so we just walked to the boardwalk and walked a couple of blocks, and then we're like, it's so fucking hot, abort, and went back to my car and got the fuck out of there.
I think my mom, when she was in town, or when she first came into town, mentioned Venice and was saying like, well, isn't there a big homeless problem out there? And it's like, I didn't even know that. I was like, what?
Wait, you
Is
didn't know
what
that?
you're reading? I knew there was homeless people out there, but she made it sound like it's gotten terrible over the pandemic, which just made me question, like, what is the source of her information? Because I wasn't familiar. But then again, I don't fucking leave Long Beach, so it's very possible that the homeless issue could have gotten worse in Venice, and I just never paid attention to the news story about that. But yeah, she wants to do Venice, so I'll probably do that Thursday. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass, like Venice always is. But once you're in Venice hanging out, in my opinion, Venice is probably one of the coolest places of LA County. I think it's fucking sweet. I love like the diversity, the grittiness of Venice. They have some awesome basketball there. They have some awesome like beach bars, dive bars, restaurants.
Lots of
good
crackheads.
atmosphere. Lots of crackheads. Yeah, it's a little more ghetto. Well, nowadays, definitely more ghetto. But when I first moved into New York City area, Greenwich Village was similar kind of vibe as Venice. But now Greenwich Village is like, I think, more chill, whereas Venice is like more, I don't know, dirtier, I guess, for the lack of a better way of describing it. But it's got like my favorite bar. I fucking love the Venice Beach. I think it's Whaler, it's called. Fuck. Should be. I should remember it because it's one of my favorite bars. But Space and I have been there in years. Whaler. Oh,
Yeah,
Venice Beach. Whaler. The Venice Whaler. Yeah.
The Southern California, like just different cities outlaw homelessness. So they all just get shuttled and dumped off and scooted off to areas where they're allowed to sleep on the street. And Venice is one of them. So it's just become overrun. So yeah, the homeless problem in Venice is pretty out of control.
Homeless problem in the United States of America is out of control. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to Austin in a couple weeks, and I hear their fucking homeless problem is nuts.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't imagine it's much worse in L.A.
It's pretty bad.
Still.
I mean, there's tent cities all over the place. At least when I went, and that was a year and a half, probably 2 years ago at least at this point. Since I was in Austin, worse. And yeah, some Uber driver was telling me that he talked to some homeless guy, and the guy said, because it was almost like overnight he noticed so many more people. And the guy was like, yeah, we got on this bus, and they said they were taking us somewhere, and the bus just pulled into Austin and kicked them all off and drove away. So other cities were just transporting their homeless people and kicking their asses off the bus into Austin and just peacing out and leaving them there.
We should move all the Long Beach homeless inland. We'll put them at Chino Hills. I know nothing about Chino Hills. That's terrible. That's a terrible way to handle the problem. Let's pack it up and throw it inland. What were we talking about?
Scudigera Colia Petrata.
Nailed that one.
Yeah.
Don't give me the tough ones like Reese's Pieces, but
Reese's Pieces. Because I love Reese's Pieces.
Gosh, Shuddyboy.
You pussy. You didn't even see that coming.
You keep playing you keep calling for it.
It's like I'm choking on a Berg block cock.
He wields too much power, Jeff.
It's turned into a knife fight. I love it. Throw up another Scudigera. Kevin, you hit him with a Canadian goose. Let's all face our fears.
I like that, Shuddy.
Man. Guys, I wish I had something to review. Oh, going back. Suicide Squad comes out this week, right? Or is it next week?
This week.
I'm going to watch it on HBO Max. There's no way I'm going to the theater for that. But I do want to watch it.
Why not?
Because if you're giving me the option of a movie that I'm probably not going to like that much, and I can either watch it on something I'm already paying for or go to the theater, which things are getting lamer and lamer by the day here in Southern California. So who knows how lame going to the movie theater will be this weekend. That's how fucking fast and rapidly we're moving towards bullshit. But I don't know. I'd prefer just to stay the comfort of my own home. Plus, my mom will be here, so maybe we could just watch it with her. Well, I guess you could take her to the movie theater. What am I talking about? That's a nothing point. But can't smoke blunts in the movie theater. So chill, smoke some L's, watch Suicide Squad. Supposedly it is getting good reviews. James Gunn, MSPH, Puminati, homie. So
MSPH alumni. We helped propel him into the stratosphere.
Yeah. You can make the argument he wouldn't have been able to get that Guardians of the Galaxy gig without coming on MSPH first. We definitely didn't hurt. So
well, I think he had the Guardians of the Galaxy news and couldn't announce it. I think on that episode
he did say that he had something coming that he couldn't say, and then like 2 weeks later it was announced he was writing and directing Guardians.
He couldn't say it because it wasn't confirmed until he came on MSPH. And then it got confirmed because
they heard him on the show and realized this is the right call. Yep.
Yeah, this is our guy.
That makes sense. I get it. I understand. Those dots do connect.
You get what I'm saying,
yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he should be back on eventually just to thank us for all of our support, but we'll see.
I mean, really, what he should be on right now with the entire cast thanking us.
Yeah, especially Margot Robbie. Whatever. I'll take or leave the rest of them, but definitely bring Margot Robbie to the party, or else you got to pay $5 a cup.
Margot Robbie, John Cena, You're welcome. That's from the Puminati.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which, while we're talking about John Cena,
I thought we were going to talk about Puminati fucking moving brand.
Mad Scientist Party Hour, breaking news with Shuddyboy. I was actually going to review a movie, but okay.
Oh, shit.
This works too.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Do you guys hear that?
Uh-oh, what?
You got quieter.
Did I?
That's because he played something. That happens sometimes.
Do you hear the buzz?
No.
Fuck! Give me 1 second.
Oh, no. If you fuck this podcast up again, the Puminati is going to be so mad at you. Actually, I'm probably going to get the blame.
Everybody saw on the YouTube video, Jeff reached into Kevin's apartment and fucked with everything.
Yeah. Man, that would be pretty sweet, though. If I could just, like, reach down, you just see my hand.
Damn it, there's a buzz.
Gucci goo, Kevin. Gucci, Gucci goo.
Hold on. Troubleshooting. Damn it.
Hand box for you guys, too?
Oh!
If you're
I think it's better.
looking at my screen, you're in the top left hand for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm like sweating through my headphones.
Well, since the buzz came on with the air conditioner off, you might as well at least turn the air conditioner on and not be sweating to death.
It was something in one of the cables. When I unplugged it and plugged it back in, it went away a little bit.
Okay. MSPH Wrestling 9 special delivery has been scheduled for Saturday, August 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Dom's Twitch.
Wait, which day?
August 28th. Uh-oh.
And which day of the week is that?
The Saturday.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'll be able to make it work.
Uh-oh. What do you and Rent have going on?
That is her birthday weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. Her birthday
Maybe we should see if I'll talk to management and see if we can get her signed to the promotion.
Let's get her in for MSPH Wrestling.
Yeah, make a character and it's just a big censored face.
Yeah, and it'll be her birthday present.
Yeah, can Dom make a character that has a bag with a question mark on it over somebody's head?
I'm sure he can do something. And just he'll name her Rent.
That would actually be pretty sweet. We also might have to. You're gonna have to carve out a lot of time for your Saturday, dude. We might have to do the NFL, the Puminati, PUFL fantasy football draft that day.
Oh man, I'm gonna get couched.
We don't have to do it that day. We can do it during the week sometime.
Let's do it the Friday before.
How about Sunday? Sunday. Let's do it Sunday the 29th.
Let's make this
on
as hard
Rent-Ran's
for Kevin
birthday
as possible. Let's yeah, exactly. No, forget Friday. Let's
do you know
Sunday.
how funny that's going to be when I'm like, sorry, babe, just hang out for a little bit, eat some cake by yourself. Got to go do my fantasy football draft with the homies.
She
will probably like you more, knowing that you have at least one manly hobby.
I got to go bro down with my Broseph Stalins.
Kevin alleges, I don't know if he talked about this on the podcast, Kevin alleges that when he came out of the closet to Rent about not being a sports fan, she was excited. She doesn't like sports either.
Yeah, it was like...
It was an argument I almost started at the 626 night market when I met her, but I was like, you know what? I'll fight this battle another day.
Yeah, when I told her that I hate all sports, it was like hands clasps, eyelashes batting.
It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers meme. They're
yeah.
Just like, Kevin doesn't like sports. Rent doesn't like sports.
The first match of the night is a 6-woman battle royal for the MSPH Women's Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, hell yeah. Who's in that?
Let's get this chick shit out of the way early.
The 2-time women's champ Curvy Beer Girl in a last woman standing match in the co-main event of the evening.
Winner gets motorboated by yours truly.
So, the Combatants are Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jen T, Red Rage, Yasmin Bleeth, Margot Robbie, and Jamie Foxx.
Interesting. Okay.
Then we have.
I just want to say I'm gonna message the commissioner or management personally about this, but Jamie Foxx is most likely going to be kicked out of MSPH if she doesn't win. It's a retirement match for Jamie Foxx.
She is a former MSPH guest.
She is, but
I mean, maybe Rent Rack could take her spot in this match.
Oh wow, yeah. If we can get a quick turnaround or a quick answer to that question of whether or not we can bag Rent Rack's face, put a question mark over there. Then.
And then the second match of the night will be a TLC triple threat match for the MSPH Hardcore TV Championship.
Biatch!
Son of a bitch.
Happy Smokes versus the artist Kevin Kraft versus the champion, the Dragon, Jeff Clark.
Whoa.
I just want to say, first of all,
go.
I'll start with I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this one handedly. I'm gonna beat the shit out of Happy Handler and fucking bitch ass Kevin. However, I specifically asked management, and he said yes. He approved my request to only have to fight one-on-one matches if I were to unify the title belt. So first defense of my title unification, and this guy's got me in a fucking triple threat match.
You sound scared.
It's the two biggest.
He does sound
the two biggest
scared.
cucks in MSPH wrestling. Dookie Boy the cocksucker. I could just see these two pussies teaming up to beat me. It's not going to work, and that be the way they try to get the belt away from me. But whatever, I'll prevail like I always do. Just very disappointed. Dom went back on his word, and Indian gave my request. Excuse me.
You don't get to dictate anything, Jeff. You're a contractor.
Yeah, and you
MSPH
have
wrestling.
the lowest of the championship belts. This would be like if, let's put it in terms that you could understand.
Do it, please. I win a MAC championship conference title. That's what you're saying?
This would be like if you won an NIT championship and then tried to walk around swinging your dick to the NCAA.
You just got shuddied, motherfucker.
That's vicious. That was really mean. And well put, actually. I understood exactly what you were getting at with that diss. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm management does what it wants. It operates independently, and we're not the end all be all. We don't make the final decisions. That's management's call. Just saying I'm disappointed because I thought the meeting that I had with management, I thought we were on the same page, and I came out now.
Do you think the jobbers get to tell Vince McMahon what matches to make?
Yeah, you jobber.
I feel like Carson Wentz after dealing with the Philadelphia Eagles front office.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Put it in terms you understand too, Shuddy. How you like that?
And then there's also a new signee to the promotion. JJ from PA has signed a long-term contract with MSPH Wrestling for an undisclosed amount of money. MSPH Wrestling management knows how much he will bring to the table and has paid him accordingly.
Market value. Love it. It's capitalism. That's America for you. Well done, management. Except on my fucking request.
More matches will be revealed in the weeks leading up to the event.
I'm not going to take these sunglasses off until I win that triple threat match.
Well, you're going to be wearing those sunglasses for a very long time.
This might be the time where Kevin finally actually comes to wrestle.
I mean,
I'm going to give you a Rashiki stink face or whatever the fuck it's called.
That's exactly what it's called.
I'm going to sit my fucking fat ass and butthole right on your face and wiggle.
Is it Rikishi or he said Rashiki?
He did say Rashiki, but the stink face is what the move is called. So
yeah, fair enough. Close enough as well. I feel like Kevin in this triple threat match is the least deserving of a title shot of anyone. Like, are they just, is management doing this just to make sure Kevin actually shows up to the event? Because he's already trying to get out because it's Rant's birthday.
Birthday weekend.
She gets all weekend, yeah.
Hey, look, that's how it goes, man.
I know she's listening. I'm just
Now
kidding.
back to what I was really going to mention when I said, speaking of John Cena, I finally got to see F9.
Oh.
Okay, interesting.
And it was everything I wanted it to be.
Really?
Yep.
It was so corny.
It was, yep, it
Damn
was.
right.
There was so many parts that I was making fun of it while watching it, but enjoying it the entire time. So much fun. That scene where Tyrese was like, how do we get through all of this if we're not invincible? I was flummoxed that they would put a whole scene about how none of this franchise makes sense anymore.
I honestly thought, I was thinking to myself, sitting there in the theater thinking, are they really about to bring supernatural elements into the Fast and Furious franchise? Because it was always
They've
a
been there
joke.
the whole time.
I remember, like, when Twitter first came out, I made some joke about, like, one day they're going to make Fast and the Fury 6. And, like, they've blown past 6. They're about to come out with 10 and 11 or some shit. And then everybody was joking about, man, these movies are getting so ridiculous. One day they're going to be in outer space. And then they actually go to fucking outer space in this one. I mean, I recently just rewatched, because on the Ella Show Patreon, we're going to be doing one of our signature deep dive movie reviews on Last Action Hero, which actually just hit HBO Max this week, if anybody wants to give that a rewatch.
Oh, shit.
My stupid ass paid $4 to rent it on Prime when I could have just waited a few days and seen it for free on HBO Max. But I hadn't seen it since the theater.
I have not seen it probably since then. I might have seen it once or twice on cable.
So, the whole premise is this dopey kid who's probably one of the worst actors in history. He's one of the most unlikable, least charismatic child actors in the history of the fucking world. Gets sucked into an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And as they're going throughout this movie universe, just the most preposterous action sequences are taking place. And it was done tongue-in-cheek. Like, look at how ridiculous this is. That's how the actual real scenes are in Fast 9, or F9, I'm sorry. Like, it seems Last Action Hero level silly.
Oh my God. The very first chase scene when they're driving through the minefield, that whole scene, it was fucking ridiculous. But, it was so much fun. So much fun. I very much liked that Vin Diesel obviously was still feeling very shook up about how beloved The Rock's character had become in the franchise, and with all the crazy fighting stuff he did when Vin Diesel literally left everybody behind to go fight 50 dudes like he was the Incredible Hulk, and then ripped on these giant chains and just ripped them out of the concrete thing supporting the platform they were standing on.
Yeah, they're super soldiers or something.
It was great. I loved it. So much fun. It was 2 hours and 22 minutes long, and it didn't feel like it.
Are you alleging that Dom Toretto got his hands on the, hopefully this reference makes sense, the Steve Rogers serum?
I mean, it
Close
does
enough.
make sense, and it is close
You know
enough.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think that's Captain America. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the super soldier serum, but yes, I mean,
Super
you were in the
Soldier Serum,
ballpark.
also the title of an awesome Czarface and Ghostface song.
Well said. Yeah. Holy shit. Good job, Kevin.
I'm glad that's over with.
But it was,
We actually-
I enjoyed it. I mean, It was a popcorn movie. It is not anything that is cinema. It's a 3.75er for me, for sure.
Oh wow! All right,
I
interesting.
loved it. I had so much fun.
Kevin, you just jogged something loose for me. Do you have something to review? I just want to talk about.
I have another thing to review, but do your.
Well, I was just gonna say it's gonna be a big week for hip hop. The new Nas album comes out Friday, and the new Kanye West album comes out Friday. Donda. Now I know you guys hate Kanye West, but this is a pillar of MSPH commentary. We've talked about him over the years, and here's the one hope that I have.
He's a pussy.
For Kanye West this week. It's his promotional tours for his new hip hop albums are iconic at this point. He always says just stupid, outlandish, crazy shit. And I'm hoping this week, I'm almost counting on it, that we're going to get some Kanye West vaccine takes. And I think there's an outside shot he can piss off everyone. And I don't know. It's very hard to piss off everyone with a vaccine take at some point. Some people are going to agree with you usually. Kanye West is the only guy who can do it. So I'm excited for this week. I'm excited for the album. He's going to kill it.
He's probably going to come out and say something about how the vaccines are microchips and also slavery wasn't that bad. And that's how he'll get everybody pissed off.
Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna do it somehow. He's so good at this. He's so good at pissing everyone off and just being a fucking cunt. And I'm hoping that he pulls through this week. Is he gonna be on Fallon or something?
Well, I think there's one thing that's pretty reliable is that this album will suck.
I think it's gonna fucking rule. This motherfucker had a listening party at the Atlanta Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and it was literally just he played the album and then walked around with like pantyhose on his head, dressed in like all red, and he like sleeps in the basement. He's selling $50 chicken fingers. This album is probably gonna fucking rule.
Can they like free Britney and throw Kanye's goofy ass under a conservatorship?
By Britney's father, just swap them out.
Yeah.
It's like a wife swap, but instead fucking Britney goes to the Kardashians and Kanye goes to the Spearses.
Hey, Mr. Spears, if you're so desperate for a mentally ill person to manage, here's Kanye.
Kevin, are you excited about the new Nas album though? Will you give that
I did not know about that.
Let's see.
I will for sure listen to that.
Coming out this week. I'm excited for both. Summer, we got to get a Kendrick album this year. We're perhaps going to get a Kendrick album this year. So hopefully hip hop is back after, I don't know, it was whatever in 2020, whatever.
After, hopefully hip hop can recover from Poopy Baby or whoever's tearing up the charts these days.
DaBaby?
Silly Baby.
DaBaby got canceled by Lollapalooza this weekend for homophobic remarks made during his Rolling Loud.
Oh, no, not DaBaby.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm not gonna
baby.
Explain you. It's a fucking hip hop name. Don't be like that. Now you sound fucking stupid. Of course, I mean hip hop names aren't supposed to be that.
Are you guys familiar with Pop goofy. Smoke?
Absolutely.
I just see I know he died, and I know a posthumous album came out, but the pictures that they're plastering of him all over LA literally looks like somebody bare ass farted in his face and then they took a picture of him. Like, I don't know if that's like the new rapper face to just look like you just ate a fart.
It's like reverse duck face.
Yeah, they all look like they're smelling poop. Ooh.
Well, I think he just set a record or a milestone. He's like the first rapper to ever have 2 posthumous albums go number 1.
Didn't Tupac have like 15?
Yeah, that feels inaccurate, but that's something that I read on Twitter, so who knows. But I'm very familiar with Pop Smoke. I kind of like Pop Smoke shit. I never heard him before he died, unfortunately. But
do you like Poop Smoke, Shuddy?
The kids, I went to the mall with the kids last weekend, and I let them control the radio, the Spotify, because part of the fun was turning on the Apple rent and me trying to repeat whatever the song the kid said they wanted to hear to that, and then me fighting with Siri trying to get her to play it.
You just said her name.
Shit.
You've awoken the beast.
I was thinking we should do like you should do like a versus battle on car trips, and you just holler at rent your song, and you guys go back and forth, and you have someone maybe in the back seat mediate or judge who's winning the verses.
Yeah, maybe it could be your mother-in-law.
Yeah, you guys got a great rapport at this point.
All the kids wanted to listen to was hip hop, new hip hop.
I think Pop Smoke is a bit of an acquired taste, but did you like him after
I did not
bit?
have a problem. I did not dislike Pop Smoke. No.
Were they
Kevin,
playing?
you gotta give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Were they playing anything that sounded like those bullshit Fortnite emotes?
We listened to.
Do you get that guy who's like, "Want to see me do my dance?"
No, it was Pop Smoke, Flatbush Zombies, Doja Cat, Cardi
Okay.
B.
All right.
I don't mind Doja Cat.
Um,
She's okay.
Vince Staples.
Yeah, he came out with a new album recently.
There was nothing that they played that made me very disappointed.
Speaking of which, I don't think I told you guys the story.
Not
I
like
talked
this
about
other movie I watched that really disappointed me.
Yeah, I heard about
Let's go
this.
to that.
Pig.
Oh, you didn't like that?
No. Nicolas Cage.
controversy. Let's do
Great acting, yes. But the movie was a pretentious snooze fest. It was 90 minutes long, and it felt every minute of 2.5 hours.
Wait,
Jesus.
it was 90 minutes long, so you think it felt like an hour longer?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was slow.
That's a bit rough. All right.
2 dicks.
2 dicks. Oh my goodness.
Fast and
Short to
Furious
the point.
9 was at least twice as good, almost, as Pig.
He's saying Fast 9's got double the dick size of Pig. Wow, Kevin. Shots fired. I hope Rent is listening because I know she liked Pig as well.
She did.
Sharon liked Pig. I was the only one in the household who watched it that didn't like it.
I went and saw a movie in the theaters yesterday, actually.
And what did you see?
I saw The Green Knight.
And how was it?
That was pretentious and slow.
A24, dude. I fucking hate that studio.
See, I like A24. And even though I didn't necessarily adore The Green Knight, it was still at least interesting. And it was unique. But it definitely was pretentious and slow. It was another one of those movies where the script must have been like 10 pages. Because there's not a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of shots of Dev Patel walking around.
Yeah, with the fucking industrial techno soundtrack in the background. Do they do that? The Safdie brothers love that bullshit.
No, this wasn't a Safdie's Brothers movie.
Sorry.
It was the guy...
Those are like
I
the
don't know
only
if-
names I recognize of A24.
I don't know if anybody's seen, I think it's called A Ghost Story with Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck. But
They're talking about Ghost.
that was a really good movie. I enjoyed that, and it's the same writer-director. But this one, so it's like a King Arthur tale. It's like in the King Arthur universe. And the Green Knight just shows up in the courtyard while the king and queen and like a bunch of knights are having a meal or some shit. And he just challenges somebody to cut him. So Dev Patel's just like, okay, I'll do it. And he's like, all right, whatever you inflict on me, I'll inflict on you a year later. And he chops the guy's fucking head off. And then he's just like, all right, I'll see you in a year. Picks up his head and walks out. And then a year goes by, and it's just his journey to the meeting place to find the Green Knight. And visually, a lot of cool stuff happens. But it's a movie that's almost 100% just symbolism. It's like, oh, what's actually happening here represents this, and this means that, and that's a symptom of his...
It's an allegory for climate change, like that new Leonardo DiCaprio Netflix movie.
I don't know what you're referencing, but sure. I mean, it was, from what I see, pretty true to the story it borrowed from in the King Arthur universe. Thanos shows up at the end, pulls an Infinity Stone out of Dev Patel's ass. But I went and saw it with Rant and her friend, and we weren't too into it. The friend really, really enjoyed it, and she had taken some film theory classes, so when we got out of the theater, she was breaking down all the scenes and what they actually meant. And hearing her explain it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense, but I'm okay with some symbolism and hidden meanings, and this represents this in movies, but I need more to hang it on than just that. Like, there wasn't a ton of violence. There was no fighting in it. There were no sword fights. There was just cool visuals that didn't make much sense. It was almost like watching a really long Radiohead music video. Like, this is cool, but I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on what you said a little while ago in this review. I can't move past it. Rant's friend. How would I rate her from 0 to 10?
If I were a gambling man, I would say the two of you would not like each other.
That's not what I asked. I can almost guarantee she's not going to like me. That's just how that goes. But
yeah, no one really likes you.
Yeah, I'm an acquired taste, and
Dookie boy,
typically women don't spend enough time to acquire the taste of me. Anyways, is she a looker? I know this is tough because Rant's listening.
How much trouble, Jeff, are you trying? You are honestly asking me to put a public record out analyzing my girlfriend's friend.
We'll put it. Okay, we'll do this in the Patreon. Fair enough.
No, we will not do that in the Patreon.
Oh, all right.
What the fuck,
send me your
Jeff?
Instagram. All right. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking
What the
Trump
fuck, guys?
ruined this country, huh?
You knew I was retarded when you married me.
Come on. We grew up listening to stuff like this. This is the type of conversation Stern would have. Just want to follow out. Just want to find out what Rent's friends' cans look like.
Yeah, the two of you are doomed. I am never introducing the two of you.
I'm not gonna. I
will make sure those paths
charming.
Never cross.
I'm gonna be much more charming in person. Bring it to the night market.
So
Anyways.
while I did enjoy the visual aspects of it and the acting was awesome, Dev Patel did kick ass in it. Alicia Vikander, Smoke Show, always enjoy her presence. She was really good. She's also very pretty. But, I mean, this was a 2-hour and 10-minute movie that felt every second of it. It was quite pretentious. And it's getting really good reviews. I know critics and audiences are both loving it. It kind of missed the mark with me. It's like a 2.75. I don't think I could ever bring myself to watch it again, to be like, oh, now that I know what happens, let me review the symbolism. I just don't really have that in me anymore, I don't think.
Do you think A24 is a studio that's like they're almost locked in for a certain amount of good reviews? Because I feel like their Rotten Tomatoes score, I haven't been to Rotten Tomatoes since I banned it, but I feel like their critic reviews and their scores or whatever from these aggregates are mostly based on just like they're mostly ballooned up or inflated up, if that makes any sense.
I mean, it's okay. I'm on their website right now, and you know they had Minari, First Cow, Uncut Gems, The Lighthouse, The Death of Dick Long, which I watched and was super fucking weird. The Farewell, Midsummer,
Good Time, right?
Yeah, Good Time. They like the Safdie brothers. Let's see. Let's go a little bit deeper. Mid-90s. 8th Grade. Hereditary. They also did...
you
where'd
liked
it go?
Mid-90s, and I think
The
my brother
Disaster-
liked 8th Grade.
The Disaster Artist. Lady Bird. Killing of a Sacred Deer. Florida Project. Good Time. Ghost Story, which I previously mentioned. I I mean, they've been around for a while. Moonlight, like their stuff does really well at the Oscars, and then they like I give them credit for taking weird shots, even though it doesn't always land with me. I mean, Swiss Army Man, a movie about a farting corpse with a boner that helps a guy get off a shipwrecked island. Anybody who takes chances and funds and releases movies like that, I'll always give him a shot. Green Room, I know that's a hit on MSPH. They did that. The Lobster. I mean,
Is that with the racist Oregonians?
Yeah. Mississippi Grind, which I
out.
just watched recently, which is a gambling movie with Ben Mendelsohn and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, you told me to watch that. I still got to check that out.
Ex Machina.
Super good.
Tusk. Got some Kevin Smith action going in there. I don't know.
But all these movies are generally reviewed well, right?
Yeah. They got a pretty good track record.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
You know how I do with mainstream movie critics. Fucking hate them, Kevin.
I mean, they do well with the users, too. It's not just the critics that suck their dick.
Yeah, but even yeah, fair enough. I do think that could be skewed. I think if someone sees a movie's Rotten Tomatoes score ahead of time, and it's like a high Rotten Tomatoes score, they're almost like preconditioned, or like they like talk themselves into liking it more.
Well, that's sort of where I left the theater with. I was like, man, this movie's been so hyped up. It's got really good audience scores. It's got really good critic scores. Why didn't I like it? Am I fucked up? And then I was like, no, you don't have to like everything.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. We've talked about this. I think I'm going to mention it, and that would make the third straight podcast we talked about it. But Dark Knight Rises, that's one that you zagged on, regardless of whatever. I don't remember the critic scores were on average, and me and Bill, I think, liked it. So you zagged on that one. So it's not like you're one of these stooges that'll talk yourself into liking a movie if you don't really like it. But I do wonder if the audience score is elevated a little bit just by following the critics. Who knows? We're not going to get to the bottom of that this episode. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, that was gross. Well, let's just peek. I'll peek for you, Jeff, since you don't want to give them any clicks. But Green Knight. Oh wow. Okay, so Green Knight. I guess I was wrong. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 90%, and the audience score is at 52%.
All right.
Wow, I did not know that. Interesting.
So that would be the case for. That's the pro Rotten Tomatoes argument. If you saw that, that might save you some money. I mean, you're going to the movies regardless, but might save someone like me some money.
Yeah. I believe so.
I banned Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, and I got to throw one more weird thing out there, because this was a viewing over the weekend. Rat and I were looking for something to watch. I suggested a Studio Ghibli movie because they're all on HBO Max. And I picked one that neither of us had seen, and she was like, all right, well, what else is on here? And we were scrolling around, and there's one called Pompoko. And it just had a bunch of tanuki, like raccoon dogs, as the cover art. Have you ever gone to a hibachi restaurant and they have one of those raccoon panda statues? And they have big giant balls?
I've been to hibachi once in my life.
Once?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was in Clifton Park, New York, where I'm originally from.
You're a disgrace.
Upstate New York. And I don't think I've ever been since. And I think it was when I was either like freshman year of college, could have even been like in high school. So this has to be like 15 years ago at this point.
Well, either way, tanuki are Japanese raccoon dogs, and they have statues of them in a lot of hibachi restaurants, and they like stand up and they kind of look like pandas, and they always have big fat nuts. And this was kind of like a Studio Ghibli movie about tanuki, about little raccoon dogs that can talk, and they live in communities in the woods, and they also have the ability to transform into things. They can transform into people, into objects and stuff. They can disguise themselves. And did you just see the tanuki statue?
No, I googled tanuki, and it's like a real thing. I thought you're like I thought you were describing like an anime thing. I mean, maybe it's anime in this context. I'm a little confused on what you're fucking talking about, but no, a Japanese raccoon dog. This is like an actual animal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Can you train it?
Oh, I don't know. You want one as a pet?
All right. Yeah, they look pretty sweet. I don't know much about raccoons, though. Aren't they supposed to be like annoying little fuckers?
They can
Hold
bite
on,
you and give you rabies.
Is this what you're referring to? I just sent a picture. Oh, it didn't unfurl like I was hoping to. I just sent you guys a picture of it in our group chat.
Yeah, you just sent a Google link. Yes, that's a Tanuki statue. And they usually have nuts, like a pronounced nutsack. And sometimes they're gigantic. So we're watching this movie.
Wait a second. Oh, I see this one. All right.
It's starting to play out like a Wes Anderson movie. Like it has a narrator through it, very, very much in the style of a Wes Anderson movie. And the animation was kind of cute, so we're both into it. We're both watching it. All of a sudden, one of these little raccoon dogs... Now, mind you, this is a children's movie that's rated PG. One of these motherfuckers does like a cartwheel and had a nutsack. And I was like, whoa, did you see that? That was a nutsack. She was like, oh, wait, I didn't see it. As the movie goes on, she was like, oh my God, I see it. I see the nutsack. Then all of a sudden, they all have nutsacks. So these raccoon dogs are walking around with nuts. Full-blown nuts. There is no mistaking it. They are nuts. Then it gets to a point in the movie where they're making a plan. It's kind of like it's like a environmentalist preservation message within the movie, because humans are destroying the raccoons' habitat and knocking down their forests and building more cities and stuff and leaving them less and less resources and food. So all these raccoon dogs are teaming up to try and find a way to scare the humans off. And this old guy is sitting in front of a bunch of them, and they're all sitting on this big red blanket. And he's like, now, if you look down and see this blanket you're sitting on, it's actually my pouch. And then it starts shriveling up and goes into his crotch. They were all sitting on his nutsack. Then it gets to the point where they're learning how to use their nutsacks to stretch them out and use them as parachutes. And at one point, they blow their nuts up like big beanbag chairs, and they're swinging them around and attacking cops with them. In a PG kids cartoon.
So how many Tanuki dicks are going to suck? What's this movie called again?
Pom Poko, and I'm sucking 4.5 raccoon sacks.
Sounds about right for you.
I was laughing my ass off through the whole fucking thing. I could not believe it.
How did Rant feel about it?
She thought it was cute, but definitely didn't like it as much as I did.
Was it ironic comedy? Or laughter? Like, were you... Like, it was unintentional, right? Like, they weren't trying to make the nut... It's PG. It's not like they're trying to make the nut... Like, feature nutsacks.
Because I'm guessing in Japanese culture, those Tanuki statues with the big nuts are all over the place. And they're not covering their children's eyes when they see it. And a lot of it,
You're in Japan.
The transforming raccoon dogs is a Japanese fairy tale. So they're probably just, yeah, sure, they have nutsacks, but so do you, little kid. You have a nutsack. It's not weird. Now here's a raccoon dog using a nutsack as a parachute.
I think anytime you get talking about little kids and their nutsacks, it gets weird.
Dude, this movie was weird as fuck. If you like Studio Ghibli movies and you've never seen this, it's worth a watch on HBO Max. It's so fucking weird. It's mind-blowing that it's not a Wes Anderson movie. And all of the raccoon nutsack stuff is just fucking mind-blowing. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. I couldn't believe it.
All right.
But time well spent.
Ghibli.
4.5 dicks. Yeah, they did like Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro.
Totally.
Yeah, those are the big ones. I know you love those, Jeff.
Who could forget those ones?
Oh, I cried so hard at the end of Totoro. I mean, you've for sure seen pictures of Totoro. You probably just don't know what it is.
Totoro? All right, I'm gonna Google it.
Totoro? Here.
Totoro.
I'm sending one to the group chat.
All right.
He's like a
Oh,
little
you know,
fat,
from
round
Simpsons.
bear thing with whiskers. I don't know.
Nothing.
No.
Looks like a fucking owl. A chubby owl.
All right. Well,
Whatever.
yep. That's what I got to review. Jeff, I'm guessing you don't have anything?
I got nothing. No, nothing.
All right.
Man,
Well,
doesn't feel right. I think it is. Yeah.
Jeff, are you going to watch this Netflix show, Cocaine Cowboys, The Kings of Miami, that comes out on the 4th, on Thursday?
Yeah, probably. I haven't heard of it yet. But
Neither did I. I just saw it in a list.
I saw Cocaine Cowboys when I was in college, and it was fucking epic. You've seen
Agreed.
Cocaine Cowboys, right?
Yeah, it's
fucking
really
sweet.
good.
I haven't.
Kevin, I feel like you haven't, right?
Nope.
You're not a documentary guy, right?
Not particularly, no.
So it's going to have a low ceiling for you, but Cocaine Cowboys is just about, cocaine traffickers, drug traffickers in Miami and how much like money and how violent the scene was and just everything about that. It was done by that guy, Billy Corbin, who's like just produces mad documentaries, mostly about like Florida and the craziness down there, but it's fucking awesome. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. You can hear some see and hear crazy fucking stories. So, is it Cocaine Cowboys just a documentary?
It's a
Like a multi-part
docuseries. It
documentary?
says season 1. Let's see.
I'm gonna have to Google this. Yeah, break it down for me so I don't have to read this shit. Shuddy, come on.
Yeah, it's a Netflix original docuseries. The true story of two childhood friends who go from high school dropouts to being the most powerful drug kingpins in Miami.
It's pretty sweet. I'm sure it'll be awesome. I'm gonna check that out.
Oh, real quick, by
Fine,
the way,
Shuddy.
to give a shout out to the homie Kwame. He hooked us up with another Oh Shitto gift basket. And
Yeah. Speaking of trafficking that shit.
I got to try the new, and it's so funny how it's listed on the website, the Oh Shitto website, saying like inspired by our beloved Mad Scientist Party Hour podcast. New flavor, beef.
Yeah. You could thank yours truly for that one. I was like, yo, dude, let's get a beef flavor. And he did it. So that was the extent of my lobbying efforts. But I used
actually-
the Illuminati big dick to get us some a beef flavor made.
I tried it out last night with Rant Rant. I made us my world famous white boy tacos, and in lieu of hot sauce, we used Oshito. And I warned her about it. I was like, "This stuff is gonna be hot." And I
Put
feel
some
like
hair in your chest, right?
even though I do have a very white bitch ass stomach, I've eaten enough Oshito now where it doesn't burn me like it did on day one. Do you guys feel the same way?
Oh shitto, with how much I eat the chicken flavor has really opened my world up to spicier food.
Yeah, it's weird how it built me up a tolerance.
So because of how good it is, taste-wise, it was able to get through the heat. And now, like Wednesday night before we went out with Boognish, I had spicy Korean pork belly tacos, and they were flaming hot. They were ridiculously spicy, and I ate them with no problem.
The fucking Quaker Town, can you get Korean spicy pork belly tacos?
We were in New Hope, which is not that far away, but they were really good.
Question stands. We got to talk about that Boognish hangout. Oh, maybe I wouldn't have to talk about it if it wasn't that eventful. But how did that go?
Shuddy's already cracking that open. So we put that. I made beef tacos.
Woo.
So we just put the beef Oshito on it, and I put a little bit on, and I feel like Rant can handle spicy better than me. So I was like, just try it out a little bit at first, just to get used to the heat level. And she took a bite, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's fucking delicious." And then a couple seconds later, I hear. I'm like, you all right over there? She's like, oh, it's spicy as fuck, but it's so good. So she finishes her first taco, and she's like, oh my God, this stuff is delicious. She takes a giant spoonful and dumps it on the next taco. And I'm like, oh my God, are you sure you want to do that? She's like, it's spicy as fuck, but it's so good. Devours that taco. And then she's just like, she was like burning the fuck up and just kept pouring it on every additional taco.
Well, Jeff, did you open yours yet?
I didn't even grab it. It's still in my kitchen. All
right, go get it. Go get it. Since Kevin didn't follow the agreement we all made earlier, last week when they arrived.
I agreed to nothing.
Yep. Rant comes by and just fuck your friends, right? Who cares?
Look, I had an opportunity to try it on food. I took it.
Like Jeff and I haven't had an opportunity to try it on food since it arrived.
Did you make your own tacos?
No, I grilled steak.
And that would have been perfect. You should have tried it.
No, because we had an agreement to do it on the show.
We had no such agreement. You fart knocker, Shuddy. So you're just going to eat a spoonful of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And I am going to, in fact, my Oshido beef arrived today. 3-way snack attack on the next episode. Crafty. What if they suck? Just kidding. I'm down. That is, Jeff didn't even agree to this and abided by it. You're the one who co-signed the idea and you just left us in the dust.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say I was
forsaking your friends.
I felt
Where the fuck is Jeff's kitchen that he's not back yet?
Who knows? He probably put it in the trash can thinking it was the fridge or something.
Fuck.
I had an opportunity to give it a solid field test.
I'm just
with
busting your balls.
And I couldn't. I also couldn't be like, no, sorry, I can't open this can yet. What are you looking for?
Why couldn't you?
Oh, sorry, we can't eat that sauce because I have to save it for the podcast.
Come over to Monday night and you can have some.
Yeah, couldn't do it. All right, eat it, you fucking whiny biatch.
Who's the whiny biatch?
He's yelling at me. I just gave him so much shit for forsaking his friends.
Biatch!
Oh yeah, popping your beef flavored Oshido sauce with rant.
Have you had the vegetarian, Jeff?
Yes, it's actually my favorite, despite how
really
feminine that makes me sound.
I haven't tried it yet. He sent me that too when he sent this.
It's goddamn delicious. Is this even on the market yet?
Yes, it's on their website for sale.
Okay. So the information that I sent you guys originally was like him putting in the description on the back end, but I didn't think he published it at the time.
Oh no, it's up there exactly like that.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I know we're sending him a bunch of business. Shout out to the Puminati. Big thank you to them. They're the ones. They're the business that's going to him. Even though I do buy a lot of the hot sauce, it's a fucking bomb. But yeah, he's very appreciative.
You're doing it on a chip?
Yeah, I was trying to look to see.
I couldn't find any spoons.
Fridge. I didn't want to. I don't know. I want to.
All right, I'm gonna get something. Give me a second.
Jesus Christ.
No, this is important, Kevin.
Look
all
what
right?
you did,
This
Jeff.
is something that you should be a part of, but you ditched just for a rant.
That's right.
Was her hot friend even there to eat the tacos?
Look, I felt it was. If you guys were just going to eat it off of a spoon, I could provide an alternate angle and give an actual accurate field test with somebody other than me, outside of the MSPH family.
Sure, my family will love that.
Oh, I'm going to wipe my finger on it and then shove my finger up my ass. I will say, even though I have the tolerance to handle copious amounts of Oshido now, it did make me poop. Hot sauce still makes me poop.
All right, I'm going to take a bite right now. Just dipped it in.
For a second, I thought Shuddyboy busted out a box of cereal. I was like, oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to put it on my shredded mini wheat.
Pop open a beer. About to go to happy hour after this podcast. Fuck it, right?
This is really, really good.
It's bomb. I wonder.
Holy shit.
It feels less spicy than the others, but maybe I'm just saying that because, my spice tolerance is built up.
Should I do it?
Oh my God, you're going to eat a whole spoonful?
You're
Yeah.
gonna go rant style?
Lick the spoon.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, I got a nice chunky glob here.
That is delicious.
I'm so glad I have the ability to pull drops again.
Bookmark that one.
Oh my.
You got the Clarkinator saying chunky glob.
The Clarkinator.
So they used to call me at the Clippers.
I still get the
That's all
hiccups. The first bite of Oshido and anything spicy that I eat, instant hiccups right away. And then I hiccup for like 90 seconds and then I'm in the clear.
So, like, my mouth is on fire, but I don't feel like complaining about it. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious, dude.
Yep.
I don't know. It's for whatever reason, vegetarian stood out as the best. I need to try them all again to see how I feel. But the beef flavor came out goddamn delicious, like all the other ones.
Yeah. Home run.
Yep.
Oshido.com.
Yeah.
Maybe what it is.
OHSHITO.com. Promo code Puminati at checkout to get yourself a little bit of a discount. And you get to
order
support...
one of each.
Yeah. Get the collector set. Your butthole
Yeah,
will
so you
thank
can
you.
weigh in on this. On the power rankings.
Oh, I'm going to see how Little Mama likes it.
We
You
should
guys
do
know-
print. We should do photo ads for them that they can put on their website of us. Just
Yeah, Jeff licking some Oshido off of Shuddyboy's nipples.
Yes, right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking take a belly shot of Oshido off of Shuddyboy.
Oh, I'm getting a boner.
Oh man, it's delicious though. I you know how I grade things on a curve sometimes when it comes to my taste stuff, my snack sommelier shit. Maybe the reason why I like vegetarian the most is because I had the least expectation for it because of my anti-vegetarian stance.
Hold on. Let's see.
Let's see what?
Yeah, what are we gonna do here?
Oh, is he going to eat the vegetarian one too? Man, Shuddyboy's going to be pooping fire. Shuddy, does spicy stuff make you poop fire?
Sometimes. We'll see. I mean, I've been eating like complete and total shit today. I had Chinese food for lunch, and then for dinner tonight, we're going to the carnival that's a block away. So I'm going to eat fried foods.
Fried Oreos out the ass.
So, well, there's the thing. I was going to say vegetarian, not as easy to open as the other two were, but.
Do you have a go-to Chinese order?
I mean, it's pretty basic. It's the family is not very I'm the real Chinese food fan in the house. What everybody agrees on is plain lo mein, General Tso's chicken, sweet and sour chicken, crab rangoon, and fried dumplings.
Oh, right up your ass.
Pretty standard. I don't mind that.
But I like pork lo mein a lot. And I got pork lo mein and double cooked pork for lunch.
Nice. I like pork lo mein. I like house special lo mein. I'm a big lo mein fan. This Oshido sauce probably go fucking really well with General Tso's chicken. Or even boneless spare rib tips.
All right, well, while Shuddyboy is futzing with the lid.
I'm done futzing. I'm tasting now.
Clear the fucking runway, right, Kevin? We know you want to get right back into your stuff.
Not my stuff. The Puminati stuff.
Where you just mention Rent friend, don't even give a heat index on her.
Wow.
I feel like it's less spicy, right? Or am I wrong?
It feels a little less spicy. Oh no, wait, there it is. But it's sweeter at first. It's got a sweeter beginning. But no, the spice is there. But that's very good as well. Yes. Order the set. All four of them.
Dude.
Beef, chicken, fish, vegetarian.
I wish we had like respectable Chinese food around here because I feel like this Oshido sauce would just go wonderfully with Chinese, and I want to pair it up.
You know, the most respectable Chinese food you can get in Southern California is going to be dim sum.
I would say there's a few like Chinese restaurants that get well reviewed by you in Studio City. Didn't some that's Westfield Mall?
Really? There's a good Chinese spot in the Westfield Mall?
No, isn't that where Dim Sum is? Or my Century City? Is it Century City?
No. The dim sum places that I go to, I actually went this past weekend. In San Gabriel, I went to a dim sum place. So like San Gabriel and Arcadia have really, really solid dim sum.
Your Rentraz native area has like the highest population of Chinese people in Southern California.
Yeah.
You're hiccupy, Jeff.
Yeah, just snuck up on me. I'm good now, though. It was more of a burp than it was a hiccup.
Hot sauce got you all emotional.
Yeah, it moved me.
All right, well, let's close things out with a couple
voicemails. Yay!
Hopefully Mike Hopkins comes through and just ethers you pussies.
Well, I do want to try and make a little bit of a dent because I know we're backed up. We haven't gotten to voicemails in quite a minute. So let's do our best to make a little dent in these. Damn it, it's still doing that fucking thing!
Oh, yeah. You got a Super Nintendo it.
Yep.
Hey, boys. Gomer calling in again. I'm drunk as fuck. Only reason I'm really calling. Didn't have much else to tell you guys. Got home like an hour ago. Oh yeah. I remember what I was gonna say. Fucking
it's got like a No Country for Old Men cadence.
Who do you guys think is your youngest viewer?
Oh.
Is that it?
I think we lost him. Yeah. I mean, I do remember when MSPH first started. Do you guys remember Doug? I think he still listens and still participates and interacts with us from time to time on social media. But I think he started listening to MSPH, if not day one, very, very close to day one. And he was 11. Which, even back then, I was very vocal about, you probably should not be listening to this at 11.
You love roast beef and camel toe. Or camel toe.
I feel like this might be a little too
that
much.
Kid.
I know. And that kid could probably fucking drink now.
He has tattoos.
DM me.
Yeah, we can go to the bar with that
on
guy.
Facebook.
Oh, nice. Wow, we steered him in the right direction. I'm very proud of us. My answer would be our homie Marshall Festus. It's not his real name, so I think it's cool with me saying that. He's got a son who, if the kid does well in school or does well in his homework, he'll allow him to listen to the Mad Scientist Party Hour. And what he said to me, we've talked about this in happy hours. He's shown up for happy hours before. What he said to me is that we are part of the reason that this kid gets good grades in school because he can only listen to MSPH if he gets good grades, which is the most ass backwards thing ever. But
holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
He is. I think he's younger than 11, but I'm not
sure.
Like, yeah, he's young.
Yikes.
So what do you want us to say? This is like the whole Cosby Chappelle joke. Like, yeah, we're doing some bad in the kid's life, but he's getting good grades. I don't know. Do you want to? I mean,
he's going to hear all these poo-poo farty wiener jokes at some point in the schoolyard. If he hears it from us and gets good grades because of it, We're doing our part. You're welcome, America.
Right. And we're building up his immunity or resistance or just his familiarity with some of these horrible things that he's we'll say scandalous things that he'll be talking about and discussing in his future puberty. So.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Goomer called back.
Hey, boys. Goomer calling in again. Called you guys when I was fucking shit-faced last night, and my phone died in the middle of my voicemail. I had a dumbass question for you guys. It wasn't really relevant, but I think it was, who's your youngest viewer? Only reason I asked that is because me and Plamper were 18, and we have a suspicion that we're probably the youngest viewers. But I have a more important subject because last night...
You're only 18?
Yeah, that's surprising.
You shouldn't have been drinking, kid.
Yeah, that's underage.
Yeah, we're calling the cops on you.
We don't condone that here at the Mad Scientist Party.
Shit-faced as fuck. And I ended up calling, I think for the first time in my life, my female friend a bitch. And I want you guys to tell me if it was justified or not. Because essentially, I'd had too much to drink. I was feeling nauseous, and I was in the back seat. I was like, the people I was with had some plan to go to some outdoor party or this or that they read about online. I was asking to get dropped off. My friend, who I was calling a bitch, it was her car, but she wasn't driving because she was drunk. And I was like, all right, if I can't, because my house was not on the way, I was like, could I pay you to call me an Uber or something like that, because I don't have it on my phone. And then she was like, no. So then I turned to the person next to me. I'm like, hey, in the back seat, could you call me an Uber? And the girl in the front seat goes, don't call this dumbass an Uber. And so I was like, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. And then she was like, what? And she made the guy driving pull over. And I was like, what? What are you going to do about it? I'm in your car disrespecting you, bitch. Like, make me get out. And then I think it just de-escalated because the guy's driving girlfriend was like, keep going, this is stupid. But was that justified, guys? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I feel like it's never
Jeff,
right.
we'll let you field this one.
If there is a situation where it might slip by, I feel like that could be it. So yeah, let me know. And I want to hear if you guys have ever called women bitches, and if so, what the context was. But yeah, that was a first, and I just thought I would tell you guys about it. Peace out.
Yeah, if you ever need a good barometer on the treatment of women, Jeff Clark is your man.
Yep.
Yeah, we tackle this one first. First of all, thank you for the voicemail, Gomer.
If you'd like to have a dick as dry as Jeff Clark, heed this advice.
That was completely unnecessary. Homies don't do that to other homies. Gomer, I always err on the side of Puminati, I'll tell you that. It does feel like you got a little aggressive there with your speech. You maybe didn't need to carry it to the extent that you did. But according to your story, she fired the first shot by calling you an asshole. I am confused on why you would get as chesty or as aggressive as you would, it not being your car. But hey, you know, you learn things. You're only 18. I can't hate on that. Hopefully you and your female friend, who I don't know if she friend zoned you or you friend zoned her. Hopefully you guys are back on the up and up and everything's cool there. I would say, based on your story or how you remembered it, I would say you probably acted a little too aggressively. That's all I'll go with. That's what I'll go with. But guys rule, girls rule. Fuck that bitch. You know.
Putting a nice tight little bow on it.
I pretty much covered it, right? You don't need to. You don't need. You need to circle back and all that. You agree with everything I just said, right?
Sure. Let's just pretend we do.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just say that and move on. All right, here's a... Oh, okay. I recognize this human.
Mad Scientist Party Hours, Mike in Missouri. Just listening to the latest show. Just how you guys are talking about colorblind and Kevin. Now, just kind of dawned on me. I was just curious, Kevin, if you've ever given any thought to how much more you might enjoy comic books if you could actually see all the colors that they have there. You know, if as much as you do like comics, I know they have those special glasses you can get. If you've ever given that any thought to getting those glasses that allow you to see the full spectrum of colors. But that's about it, guys. You guys have a great day. Later.
What a great human.
Deep Voice Mike.
Yep. Shout out to Voice of God, aka Deep Voice Mike. I have thought about getting those glasses because I actually did go and do some clothes shopping with Rant this weekend. Get ready to unload, Jeff. But
how was that? Did you enjoy yourself?
I mean, it wasn't too painful. Cause so here's the thing. I wear a lot of the same color. When I'm not wearing, a death metal shirt or something that has some sort of comic book or nerdy reference on it, a lot of my other shirts where I try to look like a respectable grown-up, a lot of them are blue. Blue's just sort of my color. It's my favorite color. I feel like being such a paste face, being so fucking pale and gross, that colors like red and green make me look even paler. And I have zero fashion insight. I've taken some risks here and there with my own decisions, being like, all right, let me try this style out. I always look like such a fucking penis. I see pictures of me from back in the day where I was trying something out and hadn't bailed on it yet, and I'm just like, God, what the fuck were you thinking? Why did you wear that? Why do you dress like that? You look like such a dipshit. And I always just go back to, this is my default. I'm wearing a fucking Children of Bodom shirt right now. That's my bread and butter. I'm a t-shirt guy. So I always try to look like more of an adult when her and I are hanging out and going out in public and stuff. And I threw it past her. I was like, you know what? I'll go to shopping with you and you can pick out some stuff. Because I would also like to look a little nicer. I don't always have to go out wearing death metal shirts. If there's a look out there that I haven't stumbled upon yet that works for me, who better to help me out with it than my girlfriend, being that she's the one that has to be seen in public with me. So I had to ask her all the time as we were looking at stuff. I'm like, what color is this? What color is this? And it would be nice to get a pair of those magic glasses so I don't have to sound like a fucking 5-year-old. What color is this one?
I do appreciate you hiring her as your colorblind seeing eye dog.
I mean, nice. she was so pumped when I threw that idea by her. She was like, "Oh my God, yes, let's fucking go."
Yeah. Of course, let me dress you. Yeah, of course she was pumped behind that idea. Let me just say, shopping with my ex, whether it be at the mall, at fashion spots, or even the grocery store, is like my personal Vietnam. I have fucking PTSD. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I was someone who probably liked to go shopping. And I don't know when it changed. Definitely some point either before or in the middle of my last relationship. But I hate shopping now. I hate shopping with women. Fuck that. Fuck that, dude. So I'm happy you took it well. Hey, I mean, it was your idea. How could you not?
I mean,
no way, dude. No fucking way.
We've gone out to one of our earlier dates, maybe our fifth date. I tried to pull a power move, and I'm like, let's go. That's when we went to Moza. I was like, I'll get you a reservation for a nice fancy restaurant. I busted out a suit, and that's the nicest she's ever seen me dressed up. And when we were out picking out clothes and stuff, she was like, what about, she's like, I never see you in any button-downs. So we grabbed a few button-downs, and she was laughing at me because every shirt that I went to was basically blue. Like, everything I went for, I was like, oh, this is cool. She's like, it's fucking blue again. You're always picking blue stuff. So she picked a few other colors and stuff, and we went into the dressing room with this pile of clothes, and I'm trying shit on, and she was like, wow, yeah, button-downs, that's really weird. Button-downs just kind of aren't your thing. And then we tried all these other colors, and the only ones that she gave the thumbs up on were blue.
Right. Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she learned something there, too.
Yeah. But yeah, I do want to get those glasses. They seem a little pricey, and my big worry is always that I'm gonna dump a bunch of money on a pair of colorblind correcting sunglasses that make me look like a tool and also don't improve my vision at all.
Aren't you nervous that demonstrating how badly you look in certain clothes probably isn't the best thing for the trajectory of your relationship?
Nah. Not
There's
really.
gonna be other ways you'll ruin it. I'm with you.
Yeah, if other stuff hasn't scared her off yet, there's no way me not pulling off a shirt is going to do any damage.
Oh, you think this is bad? Wait until we go to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I'm laying out in the sun and 5 minutes pass and my fucking pale, pasty hot dog rolls start glistening.
Yeah. Start fucking firing diarrhea out of my butthole against the fucking hotel walls.
Oh, please let me go through this trip without getting food poisoning. Fuck me.
I tell you what, the podcast after your Hawaii trip is really relying on you fucking this up. So
I know.
On behalf of the Puminati, I'll be very disappointed if this Hawaii trip goes well.
Just to have a nice backup plan, maybe you and Shuddy could go out and do something that has a strong potential to backfire and make you look like dum-dums.
We almost never have anything backfire on us.
I never leave my neighborhood, so it always goes exactly how it's planned over here.
Damn it! All right, I think we got time.
I'll gamble maybe on some Olympics if you want. That'll probably not go great.
Got time for maybe one or two more voicemails. Let's see.
Yeah, fuck my mom.
What's up, boys? This is Mike in New Mexico, and I just wanted to say that I hate you all, and I hope you die. And I can say that because I know you'll never listen to this voicemail because you don't listen to any voicemails anymore. But I still love you, and I don't hope you die because I was just kidding. Love you guys. Bye.
Hey, look at that. We played it.
Yep. Where'd you flip-flop in the same fucking voicemail? At least have a stance and stick with it. Friend from Mexico. New Mexico, excuse me.
My new Mexican friend. All right, let's do one more.
Hey, boys. Colton from Canada here.
Oh,
It's
the other side of the wall.
like middle of the week. It's Thursday, I think. Just listened to 517. Last night, went on a wild fucking mushroom trip. Never done mushrooms before, but decided to give them a go. Holy fuck. That's a good time. Like, I liked it a lot. Saw some crazy shit. My buddies were turning into Bob Ross. It was wild. I even put MSBH on and listened to it with my eyes closed, sitting in the dark in the middle of the woods. It was wild. But yeah.
Thank you.
If anyone ever hasn't done mushrooms, I have 10 out of 10 suggested. It's a good time. Real fun. Golden, yeah, peace out.
You blew the branding, Colton. You should have said you would suck 5 mushroom dicks. It was just sitting there. It's hanging fruit. It was just sitting there for you, Colton.
We review movies and drugs by sucking dicks.
Everything on MSPH we review, we're sucking a dick, and at most 5, unless it's, like a red velvet Oreo. Then you get up to 10 dicks.
Yeah, I also recommend watching that fucking raccoon movie with the big nuts on mushrooms.
Yeah, Tanukis on mushrooms are pretty nuts.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out. If you need more MSPH in your life, please head on over to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Tons and tons of content added every week. It just keeps growing. And thanks to you, our Patreon numbers just keep on growing. I was really nervous starting this venture, and every month we have a couple more people than the last. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys are all enjoying it. And to anybody on the fence, give it a shot. Just give it a little taste. Just a little taste.
Come over.
Yes, please.
Don't be bummed out that you're not gonna get Crafter Jeff, a new Crafter Jeff. We're bummed out as much as you are.
But it gives you another week to catch up on all the episodes that we've already done.
Yeah, we have.
This is the perfect jumping on point for anybody who hasn't subscribed because there is time to get caught up on Crafter Jeff.
Yep. Yeah, it's the dog days of the Master Chef season. Some of our most staunch or passionate Puminati are behind on Crafter Jeff, and they love it. So this is a perfect downtime, like Shuddy was saying.
Yeah, we're giving you a little breather to catch up.
And you can go watch my 800 snack attacks or I fucking did at this point. I don't even know how many I'm on right now. I'll say 100.
Yeah. And speaking of subscribing, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddyboy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. Shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. Get yourself some delicious, fucking savory, unique hot sauce at ohshito.com. Promo code Puminati.
Inspired by Mad Scientist Party Hour and the Puminati.
And the vegetarian is very, very good.
All right, anything else?
It won't make you feel like a pussy.
Nope. You got anything, Shuddy?
I do not.
No stand-up dates? Not opening for He-Man anywhere?
No, unfortunately, I am not.
All right, friends. We'll catch you next time. But until next time, something.